So, welcome to the main cut. I'm your host Jade, and today we're here with celebrity stylist Dhairius Thomas. Dhairius has done some incredible work for covers of magazines that people only dream of being on, like Vogue, Time, Harpers Bazar, Fashion, Essence. The list could go on and on. But he's also worked with the likes of, Serena Williams, Winnie Harlow, Kalani, Lameka Fox, and with brands like Fenty Beauty. And like I said, the list could go on and on and on. So today we're really excited to talk about Dhairius's journey as a textured hairstylist, how he got into editorial, celebrity hairstyling, and just to get his words of wisdom. So Dhairius, welcome to the show. We're really lucky to have you today. So thank you.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, we're super lucky to have you because I know things must be incredibly busy. But first, can you tell us a little bit about your journey as a hairstylist? So how did it all start? How did you get to where you are today?
Oh, it's a long story, but I'll make it short. But how I got started as a hairstylist, I think I recently told someone this story. It started at the age of 12, but it was more so of me watching my cousin in her kitchen like do hair, and now it's funny the same style that I saw growing up, or the styles that are coming back. It's like the French rolls with the spritz style, like very 90s coded. So that's the
Okay.
first hairstyle I saw as a kid growing up. And I never knew how it would get done. And I saw one day like how she stuffed the hair and she made the French roll. I'm like, wait, like something's happening here. And they like she's created these characters. Like so, I saw the power that was in her hands when she gave these girls this confidence. So she would leave and I would babysit her daughters and I would practice on her daughters like braiding their hair. Then they had Barbies, so I would practice with their Barbies as well too. But when everyone left the house, so then she knew I had a talent for it. She started letting me watch her on purpose. And from 12, I think like about 13, I was braiding for money. I was braiding for
Oh,
money by
wow.
the age of 13. Before I worked a real job. So I was like, even though hair is a real job, I keep saying that. But before I worked there, like a real legit job, I was working, hustling, doing hair at like the age of
Yeah.
13 and 12. So I started there and it just never stopped. Middle school, high school, college. I was doing all my friends' hair, like even my family. Like I was known as the hairstylist. Then I moved to New York City. I trained in a natural hair salon under
Mhm.
Tamika McNeil Johnson. She's like called the Curl Whisperer. So we traveled the country, even out of the country, doing like natural hair. So I spent 2 years just doing wash and goes, twist styles, blowouts, and this is when YouTube University like became a thing, and the naturals were like on YouTube, like so you couldn't tell a natural girl nothing about her hair. Like she knew what she wanted
Mm.
to do. I've seen the craziest things. So and we would predict the trends of like what's coming out next. When rice water was a thing, we first found out about rice water. It was like, guess what? I bet you next week there'll be a product with rice water in it, and like a month later there'll be a brand come out rice water shampoo. I'm like, okay, so I was on
Okay.
natural hair like when it became like a trend, so I caught it at the right time. And
Yeah.
I trained in the salon for 2 years doing that. Then I started assisting Rhianna's hairstylist, which is Yusuf Williams, doing like fashion shows. And that's when I went from salon to fashion. And the rest is
Hmm.
like history. I got a taste of that life. I was like, oh yes, this is the commotion I could do this. And I assisted him for about a year or so. And I didn't assist very long. Like so funny, I didn't assist him very long because I knew what I saw for myself, and I knew I can do it too. So I
Hmm.
just spent time honing my craft and learning soaking up everything he taught me. And before you know it, boom, the pandemic happened. So like the pandemic happened and the world stopped, but my life started. So
Right.
during the pandemic, people were like scared to fly. I was on planes. I was doing
Mhm.
jobs that no one else would do. I was in my living room shooting. So funny. There was a model, a very popular model on Instagram. She had this wig on, and her wig was her lace was showing. And I was like, Gary, should I DM her? And I just did it. I DM her. I said, hey, if you're ever in New York, I would love to do your wig. She's like, I actually live in New York. She's like, let's shoot. And 2 days later, she was in my living room with Beyonce's photographer. Her name is Raven D.
Wow.
We were in my living room shooting images. I'm like, what is happening? So that was like the start of something, and I just knew I had it from there. I was like, Darius, like, you can do this. So I never looked back.
Oh, I love that. And it's just amazing to see how it feels like it was a snowball effect. It was one thing after another,
Mm-hmm.
after another, after another. And that's
Mm-hmm.
amazing to hear. And you've worked with some of our most loved stars, and you
Mhm.
put so much into your work. So where does your passion for hair come from?
My passion for hair comes from the power that's in beauty. And I feel like we, as
Mm.
hairstylists, as makeup artists, even as like wardrobe stylists, I feel like we pour in. Well, what I do now is like I work. It's like I have to learn how to keep my passion. So I'll go back to that because
Mm,
like now what I do, I work at a very high level. So it's like
yes.
and it's like a very high level. Is like it's perfection. So it's like it's everything but doing hair. So you have to like dig into you have to dig into your passion and find like what keeps you there because so much goes on and you still have to operate and still have to pour
Mhm.
into your client and make them feel special and it's all about them and that's all fine. But at the end of the day, sometimes it can be a bit taxing.
Yeah.
And you can do it over and over and over and over again until you can't anymore. So I think the passion is like it's like I constantly remind myself of why I started in the
Mm.
earlier days and the clients. Right now I'm in a season of saying no. Like I only want clients who want me. Like I feel like my work, of course, stress is one thing and something we can't control, like outside stress. But I feel like well, I want
Mhm.
my work to be I want it to be like a relationship. I want you to want me how I want you. So of course I can have like random clients and if I'm in town it can work out, but I really prefer clients that seek me so that when they come to
Yeah.
me and like there's a fair exchange, it's like it's all love and we will get magic that way. And I feel like that's when I do
Mm.
my best work when you can trust me, and when you're a fan of the work already, so I don't have to like prove myself as much. I feel like I of course I have more years to go, but I feel like I worked to a certain point to where I don't have to like prove myself to a client that's sitting in my chair or you shouldn't
Mm.
question so much. We can have a conversation, but as far as like questioning, as far as doubt, I don't want to be in the space of like working in that realm. So I feel like with me, it's like
Mm.
a relationship. You have to want me, and you have to seek me as much as I want you, and then we will make magic. So the passion is this making people feel beautiful at the end of the day, making women feel beautiful, being the guy, being the person behind great images, great moments. And I love seeing my work. Like, I just love seeing my work in like big scale. I love like being in New York and seeing the billboard. It's like, oh God. And it's like, or being in Ulta, being in Sephora, like it's like images everywhere, and people will never know that you are the one behind it. If I think
Mhm.
about it, I'm one of the youngest black men out here in the industry that is doing like campaign work. I was the first
Yeah.
hairstylist to be featured on Beyonce's Cecred website. Like, and I didn't know what to do when that happened. I'm like, what is happening? The whole world stopped.
Oh,
Like, no.
wow.
So before she launched, she teased it, and there was an image at the bottom of it, and it was like us on set working. And I was the only hair, like it's a hair brand, a hair care brand. And I'm the only hairstylist she featured like first. I was like, okay, this is like Black history, and Darius don't play it small. So I'm just like more so stepping into my work, but the passion comes from just making women feel beautiful and like celebrating like beautiful Black women, but women of all shades, but making women feel beautiful and them trusting me to like make that come to life. And there's more to it.
Yeah. No, and I think that's so true. I really feel what you're saying when you say you want clients to want you as much as you want them. I
Yes,
feel I feel like we've kind of gotten to an age where there are a lot of people who've had bad experiences. And so sometimes they come into a relationship with the new stylist asking all the questions they wish they had asked before.
and yet they come with when that happens, it's like, crap, what's going on?
And I feel like that can be really hard because on one hand, it's like you want them to trust you, but on the other hand, it's like, oh, okay, I can't undo that history of bad experiences that you've clearly been through that's led to this and this feeling.
That's true, but me being in my profession, at a very high level, honey, I'm telling you, if it's one of the top, I would make it work. Trust me, she would never know that I'm having a time with her. I would be there to like, I like that's a challenge. I like a challenge. And it's like with women,
Mm,
I work with them so much, and I work with women so much that I know how to cater to that. Like, and I love a woman that knows what she wants. I love a woman that's very
yeah.
vocal. So like that, all that excites me. When she's like, oh, her this way, like I love all that. I'm like, girl, okay, show me, like. You want the brush? Like I love that because like, it makes it like smarter, not harder. Like you can make the job go quicker if you just pull your hair in a ponytail yourself and I'll fix it for you. Like it's not
Mm.
it shouldn't be like the Olympics, even though it is. Even though it is at a very high scale, a very high level. I just feel like there's times where we can collaborate, and I love a woman who knows what she
Mm.
wants, but it's a difference between knowing what you want and then like mistrust or like
Yeah.
trauma, and you're giving me your hair trauma, and I feel all that
Mm.
energy. But sometimes when it's your first time with a client, you have to like go through those hurdles. But that's more of a conversation as opposed to mistrust. So there's a
Yeah,
difference.
yeah. No, that's really true. And I feel like it's a lot of it ends up being on the great stylists to come in and repair the damage that has been done by others that came before them, which is
Hmm.
unfortunate, but that's what ends up happening, right? People have these experiences, then they end up in the chair of an incredible stylist and they're like, can't let go of what happened before.
Right, and you might fix it, but sometimes it's not even you. It's like sometimes it's not. It's
Mm,
nothing to do with you, and it's like
mm.
it's early trauma. There was times where a girl panicked because I colored a wig or I put something on the wig. We could tell like it was like trauma from like it had nothing to do with me. And it's like for a huge campaign that I always work with, like a
Um,
big client of mine. She was like, you could tell like she was telling me what happened to her last time, and she told the stylist this. Like
oh,
it was so much trauma, and it had nothing to do with me. I was like, it's okay, yeah, we'll fix it. We're gonna compensate you. Everything was smooth,
mm,
and the client was very happy, but she was just triggered that I didn't listen to her every word because it was like she had to feel. And I don't know, but it had nothing to do with me. And the client was
yeah,
still very. We got some great images. And when I spoke to her afterwards, she's still a great client of mine, but she was very triggered from a previous experience where she had to somebody color her hair the wrong way and things fell out. Like so,
oh,
it's real. And I heard some of these stories as being like in fashion. Like it's funny when I walk into a room. Anytime I do fashion or like a gig is like 10+ girls or I see a
yeah.
girl with texture hair, they all run to my chair. They
Oh.
all will think, thank God you're here. Like before we even meet, I'm like, oh God. Like, and I still bad because I bring my team to do all textures. So even if I have like a Latina on my team or you might see somebody that's like not of color on my team, but I feel like everyone's on my team is equipped to do this type of hair. But with
Yeah.
black models, it's like, oh my God, thank God you're here. Like they would ignore, they run to me. So with that being said, I feel like there is a problem. Things are changing in the industry, and there is a shift, but we still have a long way to go when it comes to like
Yeah.
I feel like people have to scoot over and make space for the new generation. That's
Yeah.
how I feel in fashion. I feel like even in fashion, where you're in London now, I feel like London Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, I feel like it's still like, and I'm glad I'm saying this. There's still gatekeepers in the end when it comes to like
Yeah.
in fashion shows, and I feel like that's what we need to talk about. Like when it comes to like the scale, that scale, like when it comes to fashion, of course covers are fine, that's amazing, but even that is like fashion don't pay. Fashion doesn't pay anything in covers, but I feel like for me, my goal for me, and I speak for myself, I would love to do like fashion shows. I've kept my own show before. I've done multiple
Yeah.
big campaigns. I feel like where what needs to happen is like there needs to be a young, talented black hairstylist a chance to keep a Chanel show. Like that would be
Yeah.
insane. Like what? Like Marcella, Balmain. Like it's like me with that. It's like what is happening? Like it would be like I think they would get the hair, or get the clothes run for their money. It's like okay, what's going on? This like okay, it's a hair show, a fashion show. So I think like that needs to happen. Just like to shift some things and like either educate younger stylists on how to do this texture hair and even approach our models. Like it has to like
Mm.
come down a generation. I feel like and there's still a wall of like heavy hitters that are still there, and I love that. I love that I love that they're still there and they're doing it forever and they're legends and they're icons. But I feel like y'all, it's okay to chaperone some new fresh blood in.
Yeah. Yeah. The idea is the people that come before us have kicked open the door to pull our hands through. So,
Mm-hmm.
you want those people that are up there to be bringing other, like you said, fresh new talent in so they can get that experience. And fashion is, one of the most difficult industries to get into, regardless of what angle you're coming at it, whether it's hair, makeup, the actual fashion
Yeah.
artists themselves. Like
Mm-hmm.
globally, it's such a it's like a cliquey industry, I think, where it's like very much who knows each other kind of pool
Yes,
speak
it's very
with.
still. It's like yes, I call it give it to your girlfriend. It's like you have to like
Mm,
play the game. Like I'd rather like work with someone I'm comfortable with, and I get it, but I feel you have to give me a chance for you to get comfortable with me.
yeah.
Invite me to the space, invite me to set, and it always happens. Once you invite me, people fall in love. Like if your work is so amazing, and it's like the most simple stuff. It's like oh my god, the middle part, and you're going crazy over the middle part. But I do think the work is great, but it's like people just they're impressed by even just the wind blowing and the hair is like I know my stuff. Like I know how hair moves, I know how it lives, I know how the light should hit it. So I feel like that
Mm,
brings extra things to set. And it's like, okay, this guy is magic. Like, oh, he knows the hell he's doing. Like, so I feel like give me the
mm,
chance to show you that I know. Even I tell my agent, I'm like, give me the job, give me the room, and the rest is history. I feel like they're gonna like, I don't come in lacking confidence in my job. I'm gonna come in 110%. So I
yeah.
feel like that's more the energy, but we just need to see more of people of color,
Hmm.
like leading like key in a fashion show. You don't see that. There's like one
Yeah.
hairstylist that's a black, and I love him to death, and I never even met him, but it's like I know his history because like he's there's only one that's doing fashion shows. So it's like
Okay.
I would be stupid not to know his resume and know who he is. So when I do meet him, it's all respect. But I feel like they need to usher in some new energy. And he has a great, phenomenal team. But I feel like whoever are the higher ups in fashion, Anna Wintour, or the girls. So I don't know who this
Mm.
up to, but I feel like they need to like look for some fresh, raw, new talent, and outside of print. Let's put it in motion.
Yeah, no, 100%. And it's like with all industries, it is the best way to add life, like rejuvenate, add energy, is bringing people in that otherwise haven't had a chance, because that's how you can get some amazing creative moments. Because
Yeah,
like you said, you've got these fresh new talent coming in with a completely different perspective that can give you something that you probably had never envisioned before.
yes, and I feel like we can give the black girls more than braids.
Yes.
Or she's not fine as is, or she's great like that.
Mm,
Just shine her up. No, let's do her hair. Like I've heard, I've heard it all, even from like a iconic uh, African supermodel. She was like they used to tell her like she would come with a hair wrap. She comes to set now with a hair wrap because she wants them to see her hair because if they see her hair as is, they're like, oh, you're fine just like that. So she gets her hair wrapped up until she gets the glam so that she can have a chance to become the girl. Other than that, they're like, oh, you're fine just like that. And I was like, no, like her afro is not fine. Like every black girl should not have an afro, or every black girl should not have cornrows. Like
mm,
if it's wet slick hair, let's give her wet slick hair. There's a way to do that without burning her hair off or without giving her heat damage, or so things like that. That's why. So it's not me wanting to be there just for like the vein of it all or for the accolades, but so like for the call to action, and it's
yeah.
just let's solve this problem.
No, no, I agree. And I think you kind of touched on the next question that I have is this is a very difficult industry to break into. You have an
Mhm.
amazing story of how it's, like I said, it's snowballed from the age of 12 all the way until now. But what challenges did you face as you were building your career, and how have you tried to overcome them?
Ooh, it's still what challenges have I faced, and how have I overcome them? I feel like they're still happening now, and not to speak like it's not nothing negative at all. It's like
Mm,
the higher up you go, like the more lessons you learn. So the
yeah.
lessons are new, they're different now. And so it's more so about like how to like maintain my peace and being okay
Mm,
with how I spoke about earlier, like my relationships and one of my clients to want me. It's all the same
yeah.
thing. I feel like I learned in this industry that you have to have a very short memory. You can't like really hang on to like the job. Like of course
Mm,
I operate at a very high level. It's like it's not human. So I operate at a very high level, do the job, come home, try to unwind, but I can't unwind because I'm looking at all the photos. So like for
ah,
example, or like I'm assessing the work, or I'm assessing how the day was. So I'm trying to like unload, but it takes like a whole day, and don't let it be photos. So I'm gonna keep scrolling. So that's visual, that's still there. So it'll still take like a day. So it takes like 2 days to like really get off of like a high level job. And if it's back to back, it's like okay, if it's all week, I'm gonna be stuck in this all week. So it's kind of hard
mm-hmm.
to like unload. So it's more so about like keeping my peace. And I feel like the biggest challenge is like knowing that in this industry you have to have like in this industry you have to have a short memory. Like you have to like do your job and let go
Yeah.
and be 100% for the next job. Because like the girls are like you can't really get comfortable. I don't know, like or get like with me. I speak for myself. I know my biggest challenge is like not taking it personal, and
Yeah.
knowing it has nothing to do with me.
Mm,
Like I've done so many girls, and I know I'm gonna do way more girls, and I feel like my blessing is that I'm doing like campaign work, and I feel like brands are, and I'm saying this publicly, I don't care. I feel like brands are a bit more lucrative and safer to work with as opposed to individual at times
yeah.
because once they love the work, they'll lock you in and they know that you're good for it. I have a solid team. So it's like
Yeah.
there's and brands trust me now. So I feel like I have great relationships with a few brands, and I was lucky enough to be a part of like the biggest hair launches, the two biggest hair launches of 2024. I was part of both launching campaigns, and it was like no young black hairstylists can say that. So I feel like and I feel like my clients, they do watch like what I'm doing, so they assume, oh, Dhairius is so busy, or congrats on this, congrats on that. But no, like I want you to call me again, girl, to book me again. Like I'm not that busy. Like maybe just like reach out. So my biggest challenge is like not taking it personal, learn how to balance professional and friendship, and learn, still keeping my dignity, and I'm not kissing anybody's ass. Excuse my French. So I'll do my job, and I'll do my job and I'll go home. So it's like I'm not the one to like hang out so much, or because I want the work to speak for itself, or if that happens naturally, I'll do that. But I'm not the one to like lollygag. And I've seen people who do all the antics, like get a bit or last around a bit longer, but I'm not going to come in and be a clown just to make people comfortable. I feel like I have a light. And when I walk in any room, like I can't dim that. I know how to like be in the background and make you feel your greatest, but at the same time, I'm not gonna like I can't hide my light. So I feel like my biggest challenge is like being okay with not being the one people choose, and being okay with like letting go of letting go of jobs I had before, because I got some great moments out of it. And everything comes back. Everyone makes full circle. Everyone's still watching what I do. All my clients, they still see me. When they see me, oh my God, it's all love. So it's like no one really forgot me. I think they're just waiting for me to do something else or step into a bigger purpose. And I feel like that's what it's really about. Like even with Rhianna, with Fenty here, soon as she got on stage, and I haven't done Rhianna in so long. I haven't done Rhianna over 2 years. I haven't done her hair since like the first baby. So when she got off stage, she came like I had my camera out, so I was recording her, and she like, oh, like she gave me a hug, like straight embracing me. Like I didn't think she'd remember me, but of course, like we're human, and she had Pisces and my Pisces, we connected, but she just opened her arms and gave me a hug, like embraced me. Told me I smell good. Like Rhianna told me I smell good. So you smell good, you look good. Like I was the first person she embraced right on stage, and that goes to show you that what I have is more than just hair. It's like I have a presence, I have a gift. People remember me. I have, I'm impactful in a way. Whether you use me or not, you still love me. You still love to see me. You still want me around. You still are rooting for me. So I feel like my biggest challenge is like not taking it personal and like still stepping in my greatness and knowing I'm great without like a client booking me. People have their favorites, and that's okay. And I feel like if I'm not your favorite, then that's okay with me. I'm okay with that. So my biggest challenge is like being okay with not being a favorite, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and I think that's in an industry where people will change stylists as well. I've spoken to a few stylists that said that, 1 year it will be me, the next year it could be somebody else. I think what you said is really important, which is have thick skin and a short-term memory, basically.
Yes.
Which is, it's okay when clients do move on. They might come back, they might not, but actually what you had was a season together, and that's still incredible memories that you're able to build.
And they all still know me, they all still love me, and it's so they see everything. Like, and it's funny, if I was like recently I was just with a girl, and I haven't done her in a while. She found her A team, and I love it because I feel like I'm so selfless that I don't care if it's not me. Like, if you look good, girl, you look cool. Like, so it's like I can give you that. Like, I love a great glam team. And I'm not. I feel like I'm bigger than just hair in that way. I feel like I'm more special than just a hairstylist. So I'm trying to figure out what the star is that I'm growing into, but I feel like even now she's like, oh my God, Dhairius, I love all your dancing videos. Like I love that you're like dancing again. And mind you, I'm doing her hair. I'm styling her hair. She's like, I love that you're dancing more and you're showing. They love that I'm being more of a star and not just. I feel like my clients know what I am. They know that it's more than just a hairstylist. So we're trying to figure that out now.
Yeah, and I mean that in itself is a journey to figure out how much of yourself do you show. How much of it is the work, how much of it is you.
Yes. Yes.
And that's a hard balance to get, but you do it, and eventually you get there. And I think
it worked. There's times where I went to work and I went to work as the hairstylist, and I ended up being a talent. Like I went to like Fenty Beauty. Every time I went to work as the hairstylist for Fenty Beauty. They put me right down for the campaign, and I was a face in the campaign. I'm like, what the hell is happening? So I modeled for Fenty Beauty. Same thing with NYX Cosmetics or NYX Professional Makeup. I go to work and they had me in a dance number, or now I'm modeling in a commercial. So it's like,
Oh, wow.
it happens often where I'm at work as the hairstylist, and they're like, "Wait, do you model? Like, you're sure you want to sit down? Like, can we see them dressed?" So, so it happens often.
No, I love that. I mean, it's also just amazing to hear that people will bring you on for one thing and then they'll want you in a completely different way. So just
Hmm.
having those different talents and those different gifts enables you to dip in and out of playing a
Yes,
completely different role depending on what it is that you're doing.
yes. Come to work and get 2 checks, okay?
We love to hear that.
Yes.
But I mentioned some of the incredible sets that you've been on at the beginning of our chat. But, what achievement are you most proud of?
Ooh, out of all of them, the one, if I have to pick one, it's funny. I have like it's on my wall. I walk the camera to my wall, but I have like when you walk in my house, there's like I have frames of like my covers, and there's covers that I haven't got yet to hang up. But then there's like there's sacred. I have a whole wall of nothing but sacred. I'm like, that is
Wow.
special. It holds a place in my heart because I feel like oh God, I always like
Oh,
Beyonce from like a young age. Just like, oh God, I'm really emotional. Um, I don't know,
that's
like
fine.
yeah, the sacred thing is like how could I could have never dreamed of something like that. And for her to
Mm,
like Beyonce to like see even Miss Tina see everything to approve it to like give me my grace to like work freely. That is like it's like once in a lifetime type of thing. That'll happen to
yeah.
everybody. So I don't know, just that alone. Then like being a part of the launch and like meeting her, that was like amazing. So I don't know.
No,
I
but
can do
it's
that. I would never forget that. So and it changed
yeah.
my career. So I don't know. And it gave me a confidence that you can't tell me shit after that. It's like so of course it gets hard, but like after that, it gave me a confidence that Beyonce knows who I am, and when I met her, I didn't have to explain myself. Like I was already in my element. Like I met her with my work. Like I walked out to her, and and my model was inside of me. She like, oh my God, like did you do this? Like so she's in awe of the
Oh,
work. I'm like Beyonce knows good. Like I didn't have to explain anything. Like she knew who I was. She was in awe of the work. I didn't have to like, oh my hairstyle is looking no. It was all there for her to see. Like God couldn't have done it a better way. I didn't even like. I was so dumb. I didn't even shake her hand or give her a hug. I'm just like holding my heart. It's all to her because she's so beautiful. But then I got to show my work, and I was so in the zone, thinking she's like out on the floor, but I end up walking right past her. But there's videos of her like cheering me on. I'm like, no
oh,
one like, please, Beyonce came to see me, like at her event, like, and she's talking about my work. So it's like, I can't make it up. It's like I would never that moment. I would never forget it in my life. I would tell my kids, my grandkids, I would never forget that moment. I didn't realize how special it was. Like, now, girl, you got me crying, so you're so good. But yeah,
well,
that's that moment.
it's really important to have those moments to reflect back and think like, oh, I did that. You know,
Yes, that was
it's
crazy. Yeah.
that is. I feel like it's so easy to be in the work and just be
Yes.
like, okay, it's from one job to another to another. But like you said, that's
Yes.
a once in a lifetime handful of people experience.
That is a special room to be in. Like everyone doesn't get that invite to be in those spaces and to work like that. So it's like and even like me having the confidence, there was times where I first got the job and I was brought on to repair some things. So I don't know how they even
Mm,
found me. I still can't find a story. I would try to ask production like, how do you guys find me? Like, who booked me for this job? The answer never really got to me, but I know it's like really like social media or call in to like to edit some things. And to see if I had the team to like to pull it off. And I'm like, okay, pressure's on, but I was not scared. I was never scared. So there was a lot. There were so many middlemen like taking images and like sending them back. I was like, just like let me just send this to show myself, and I took the image, and her mom Messina was like, she's like, yeah, I love it. Like, so it's about like just being confident and like knowing your work. She's like, she's like, baby, that's beautiful. Like, so it's like about me. She's a hairstylist. That is like queen, mother, like iconic. Like she's been like the images that I've been watching as a child. Like this lady has been creating them. Like with the cutout of the Destiny's Child. Like I used to draw that as a child. So that's why I say like it's so full circle. Like she had my brain as a child. Like for like the visual, she was like on TV, like for dressing the girls, and one had blonde hair, black hair, red hair, like that whole thing as a child, my brain would go crazy. Like, why aren't they like I don't know, by me trying to match them or how she would do the outfits, and one would have like a red top, but now she has the red pants, she has the red shoes. Like I want her to have on all red, but it's like my eyes are like Miss Tina was genius at doing those things. And fashion and in beauty and not being like recognized. I feel like she should be celebrated at a way higher scale. Like she's been doing this forever. Like I feel like I see her as like a June Ambrose because she's been doing this. She's like a titan of fashion and beauty that we don't even recognize, and I feel like we should celebrate her more. But to be in this space and get critiques from Miss Tina is like, please, like I love that. Like tell me more. Like just give it all to me because like that is like she's been doing this forever. And she's still in there doing that. She still have her martial arts, and she still get behind the chair. So that's like so inspiring to see, and just to like be in those rooms and know those people and like just like share that space with such like black royalty and I respect the legacy so much of what has come and what she's done with her family. Like I feel like it's so it's so beautiful to like to be a part of something like that. So yes.
No, thank you for sharing all those amazing moments because this is something that so few people will ever see the insides behind the scenes, these moments that happen and these incredible, these interactions between all of these stylists and all of these people. So for those listening, it's just like, oh, this is what brings all of this to life, and you don't know until you have these conversations. So it's just so amazing to hear. And I feel like when women come to a stylist, they are often looking for more than a hairstyle. They want an experience and someone they can confide in. And, how do you create that environment for your clients to feel, that they're not just in safe hands, but it's like, this is somebody that I want to share more than just like my hair experiences with.
Well, now it's funny you ask that question. I feel like now you find yourself trying to like I have to like sell myself every time, especially if it's a new client. I have to like muster up that first day of work again every time but it's like sometimes it can be pointless because like they're only calling you in because their other hairstylists not available, or they're only calling you in because you do editorial really good. So it's like it's not saying it's pointless to like to show up your best stuff like when it comes to like um please them in every way because it's like you're not their main hairstylist anyway. So it's like they know tomorrow you're gonna have blankety blank lay her wig. So it's like it does that. So it's like you have to like gauge like when or know your role, like know what you're being called to do, and just know like with me like I know the client. Say if I see the client, I know she has a glam team already, or I know who does her hair, so I know my placement. I kind of arrive. I'm not saying that make me do my job less, but it's like I just do my job the best to my ability, but I don't like I still go above and beyond, but sometimes like it falls flat because they already have their mind made up. Like the work might still be good, but it's like the only thing I can hope for is like a call. Like I can hope for a call back, but of course I can gain that trust, and I feel like they know I know what I'm doing. Like with me, I prioritize real hair, so of course I'm gonna put a wig on your head and I'm gonna do all the stuff, but I'm gonna look at that scalp. I'm gonna use Cecred for sure. Like when it comes to like any like set or any girl, like if I'm touching your natural hair, if I have a chance to wash your hair, we're doing hair care. We're doing hair care. I'm gonna start with Cecred, and I'm gonna start there just for a great clean foundation. And I care about scalp oils and things like that. So I'm gonna like always like take care of the hair that's underneath the wig or whatever we're doing. Because I love it. What I don't like is like when we're doing client hair and they start like, so I would put oil right where you scratch. They don't go, okay, when he's watching me, I am watching you. Like, so I'm there to like to aid the health of your natural hair. But it's like for me, it's pointless because not as pointless, but it's like I can't stay with it. So it's like they're gonna do something else to it in 2 more days, or they're gonna like start mistreating it again, so I can care. I care about. Sometimes I find myself caring more about their hair than they do. So,
Yeah.
I don't know, like they do trust me, but it's like everyone's living at such a fast pace and such a high level. Like their minds are. You get to like best thing they can have is like a haircut regimen to like travel with them along the way with
Right.
all the jobs. Not even a human unless you have that in your budget to keep a hairstylist with you all the time. But I feel like you have to keep somebody with you 24/7 or keep a regimen with you 24/7 to prioritize the health of your hair. Other than that, you're gonna go through peaks and valleys of hair health and issues because it's gonna be different people touching your hair. So
Yeah.
the challenge is like of course they build trust and they trust you in that moment, but they feel like it might fall flat because they have to do something else somewhere else with somebody else.
Yeah. And I've heard that so many times, and it feels like, well, especially when you have celebrity clients, clients that they're flying here, there, and everywhere. They've got like lots of work to do. And sometimes it's a case of, I'm going to the other side of the world, so I'm seeing a stylist on the other side of the world, before they even have a chance to think about the work and everything else. And I think the number of people that have, the number of hands that are in your hair can really have an influence over the health of your hair. If you
Yes.
have a stylist that you're consistent with, that has knowledge of like your work pattern, even things like your diet, your stress
Yeah.
levels,
Yeah.
that can so influence the way that you engage with each other, because then you can be like, actually, maybe we shouldn't do this style today because I know that you're going to be stressed out for the next few weeks and maybe it won't hold for as long as it should.
So
Or,
with that being said, like imagine me meeting me for the first time and I'm coming in to do your hair and I'm like, what vitamins are you taking? It's like, okay, I'm tired right now. I gotta do the photo shoot. Like, I'm not even gonna see you again. They like, so it's like the girls want to answer all that personal, like it's like what the heck? So it's like I have to find like maybe my third time or second time with them, I was have concerns about their hair, but I always like try to
right,
like gift them like some extensions or you can keep this or like I always try to like do bells and whistles different ways as opposed to like I can I can be active in like prioritizing hair health, but I can't like really be concerned with monitoring. I can use suggestions, but I can't really like be concerned with monitoring your every step after you leave me. That's the
yeah,
sucky part about what we do. It's like it's so quick and fast paced that it might be healthy now, but it's like, girl, what's in your hair? Like, what happened now? Or it's always things like that. So
yeah. I think that's definitely like a symptom of the industry, is it's very difficult to keep that same stylist so that you can maintain that kind of like hair health. But saying that, what is the one hair myth you wish people would stop either paying attention to or stop believing? What's the lie that you wish would go?
the one hair myth that I guess like like a silk press gives you heat damage. Like that doesn't like a good silk press will not give you heat damage. Like you don't get the heat damage, like especially for my natural girls, you won't get heat damage. You won't get heat damage from pressing your hair at one time. But I
Mm.
feel like in quotations, like it depends on the stylist where you go. Cause like there are some salons of a certain ethnicity that there has been speculations of like things being in the conditioner, like chemicals being or relaxers being inside the conditioner, or clients feel like their hair didn't revert back to their curl pattern. And I feel like I know what that is, and I've seen it when I worked in the salon. I've witnessed it before where clients came to us and I'm to get a blowout and my hair's not curling back. So in those cases, of like always extra stylists what they're using to be mindful of like the shampoo conditioners they're using and everything they're using in your hair. But I feel like a good silk press would not give you heat damage. I feel like one pass with a flat iron, like it's all you need. And I feel like it depends on like the weather too. Like don't be silly and go out in 90-degree weather while it's humid with a silk press and think you're gonna be fine. Like girl, no, Mother Nature's gonna get you. Like so like you get to just be smart and be calculated about when you wear your blowouts. Like if it's like if it's like poor weather or if it's not raining, things like that. But I feel like maintaining your blowouts, wrapping it, like making it last long. So I feel like a silk press does not give you heat damage. You can get a great silk press with one pass on a flat iron without
Mm.
having chemicals in your hair. So I feel
Yeah.
like yes, that's like a myth that needs to go away. And I feel like the girls should like, if you are natural, I feel like you should switch it up and, press your hair a little out, but use a great line. Cecred is great. I'll keep plugging it. But it's like when it comes to like pressing your hair and things like that, I feel like I trust that product so much when it comes to like proteins and strengths, and for the hair shaft. So I feel like silk presses don't cause heat damage, or a flat iron. A flat iron is not, the tool itself is not called heat damage. It's the person that's applying the tool.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard, again, that's something that I've heard many stylists say. Heat is not the problem, it's the person
And there's
applying.
girls, I know girls like, oh my God, I don't even own a flat iron. Like, girl, the flat iron's not gonna hop on you and start pressing your hair while, like, it's not gonna get you while you sleep. Like, I don't even own a flat iron. That's not none of my house. Why? Like, you should have it just in case. Like, but the flat iron itself is not gonna plug itself up and start pressing your hair while you sleep. Imagine, like, no.
It's not just gonna walk, it's not gonna magically,
Yeah, they have a
start.
fear. They fear that they fear that flat iron. But no, and I do, and I deal with girls all the time on set, but they're not used to it, and that's what so clients do trust me when it comes to like when it's not celebrities, like when it's more like campaign work, when it's like I'm doing like 15 models a day and I have a huge team, I find that those models, those clients are more appreciative of the education that I do give them, and I have more time to like
Right.
pour into those models because I see a lot of them often. Sometimes you shoot like for a week at a time, so I get to like
Yeah.
monitor their hair. Like, girl, go home, wash your hair tonight. Back in, like I get to like monitor their hair for the week, or like I know how their hair behaves. So I feel like when I'm on campaigns and stuff like that, like models, they soak it up. They soak it up more because they are more traumatized. Always like having like a random stylist in their hair, so they love to like see me, or even like they trust me to press their hair out and then it curls back up because I know how to like revert it back to your curl pattern. I go home, wash your hair immediately. You're not gonna wear it. I know how to like get your hair back to like what it what it was because I didn't put any chemicals in it. So I feel
Yeah.
like when I do models, they're more receptive to like hair critiques and things like that, and like maintaining their hair health because they want to keep it great for other
Okay.
shoots.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. And I know that, Cecred obviously has like a special place in your heart. So what is it about those products that you love? And are there any other ranges that are like top of your list?
For sure, I feel like it's so good. I feel like I just trust it. I know I should always have it in my kit, but I trust it because I work with the product at its like final stages. But I've never seen your product give hair a shine the way that product gives hair a shine without any like adding any serums, nothing like that. Next
Okay.
time we're recruiting, Messina will say like, guys, bring the light closer because you need to see the shine. And I'm like, this shine is like I can't. I'm matched. Like we're not. You don't add anything in this hair. So like I guess like besides the nourishing oil, but like the shine is still the shine I'm matching the hair, and the hair just bouncy and it's so like strong and it's full of health, and you can see even the way it moves like and I feel like I feel confident with like pressing the girl hair with that product and like her being able to wash her hair and it'd be just
Mm-hmm.
as strong as it was before I started. Like I just trust it in that way. So, and there's really like the wax and rose fermented treatment. It's their version of like a protein treatment. That's like the special trick. Even like the moisturizer and like the deep conditioner is like it's all like it's a treat, and I feel like you don't use it every time. I feel like it's like a special like regimen. So I feel like you should use it like every now and then, and it's expensive, so you don't want to use all of it. Even with me, even with me, I don't want to use all of it. I'm like, I don't want to like overdo it, but it's so hard not to use it because it smells so good, and you feel it working right before your eyes, and it takes the hair through a journey. Like if you ever like wash a client's hair, it takes the hair through all the stages from clarifying it to stripping it down to giving it the protein to giving it that moisture back into it to like making it
Okay.
silk again. Like it's like the hair goes through this whole process, and by the end, it's like the client's like, oh my god, my hair is never like. They always like it smells so good. My hair's never been as shiny. It feels so squeaky clean. Like it's always like a
Okay.
luxurious experience, and I love the reaction I get when I use it. So that's why it's more so the clients telling me that is great. And I know as a stylist it is myself, but when the clients get their response back, I just know that the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the bottle. Um, uh, anything comparable, I would say. I haven't used Olaplex in a long time, but I feel like before there was a Cecred, oil effect was that like that hero that the girls will run back to like get their
Right.
clothes back. I feel like now this is like this is the new girl. So it's like this is the new girl, and like we're here for it. We're here for it. I like that. I guess that I love like when it comes to like the natural girlies. Like I love Carol's daughter when it comes to like anything with braids. They have this oil, the center oil blend from Carol's daughter is a Goddess Straight collection, and this oil is like the holy grail. And the key about this oil is that it has a nozzle that lets you like the nozzle applicator that lets you like get between braids really easily. I just love it
Okay.
so much. So like that oil is always in my bag. And so it's the Goddess Straight Seven Blend Oil, Seven Blend Oil by Carol's daughter. It's like the holy grail. I love that. In their black vanilla line. So when it
Okay.
comes to like my curly girls, like Carol's daughter, I love them so much. When I'm coloring wigs, it's like people love Adore, but I go right to Dark and Lovely. When I color my wigs, I use Dark and Lovely box color.
Okay.
That's another myth. Like box color don't work. No. For me, like I have so much Dark and Lovely box color, but I color my wigs with that for sure. Even when
Right.
it comes to like bleaching my blondes lighter, like I use my Dark and Lovely box color. Like it gets the job done. Like the wigs always respond. I don't know. Like the color lasts longer. Like I just use Dark and Lovely when it comes to my wigs. So it's like
Okay.
different tricks. For, yeah. So Dark and Lovely when it comes to wigs. Carol's daughter, set oil blend when it comes to like braids, but when it comes to like
Mm.
pressing or changing textures of hair from curly to straight and vice versa, it's like Cecred all the way. I trust it for a hair foundation.
Okay. I love
Yeah.
that. And for everyone who's listening, we will link all of those products. So don't worry, you don't need to get your pen and paper out. We will
Yes.
link them so that you can go and buy them if you want to. But no, I love that because that's a big question that we always hear people asking, which is, what product lines should I test and trial? There are so many out there. It's very difficult for customers to narrow down what is worth my money in terms of what should I just try and
Yeah.
what should I leave alone completely.
And I feel like even with that being said, I feel like if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, I feel like and so I feel like if you have something that works great for you, girl, leave it. Like leave it, don't change
Yeah.
it. But sometimes like your hair can get used to something and it stops responding. So then you start to turn to something new. So
Mm,
I feel like that can be a thing. But I feel like if it's not broken, if it works for you, keep it. Keep it for now until your hair stops responding. But I feel like don't overdo it with the gels because it has like the
mhm.
drying alcohol and things like that. So I feel like always like put moisture back into your hair. So I feel like when it comes to people, I'm not just saying like Cecred because it's Beyonce. I'm saying like the line, it covers everything from like moisture to proteins, like to oils to hydration. Like it gives you everything your hair needs, like for like nourishment and the foundation. And when it comes down to the science of it, so I feel like it just sets the hair, give the hair a great reset. So I feel like then you can have your fun with everything else you do with your hair. But I feel like if you want like a solid foundation, or if you're just
Mm.
lost out here in the hair world and not know, I don't know what to do with my hair, just no. Let's give a run to Sacred Girl like this. Let's try that. Just start there. I feel like there's no one line that I've used all the products besides this one that I know that works. I feel like if you use it harmoniously,
Okay.
you'll be fine.
Okay. That's really good to know. And I think, like I said, there's plenty of products that you've mentioned and ranges for people to go and test out. I am also a fan of Carol's daughter. They're one of my favorites.
Mhm.
So like I love those suggestions. One for the stylists actually. So what advice do you have for stylists who are trying to build their careers and like break into the editorial fashion celebrity space?
I feel like it's funny because I feel like that answer changes every year. I feel like something different last year and then something different the year before that. So I feel like the advice I would give to a young stylist that's trying to break into the industry is like be careful, like know what you want from it, know what you want from it, and be very
Mm,
intentional about that. Because like you think you want one thing, and then you get there and it's like I'm not cut out for this. Like, and there's times where I've seen like assistants like, oh my God, I want to assist you, blah, blah, blah. And I bring them on and they're like, oh my God, this is not what I thought. Like I'm like, oh my God, I'm hungry, I'm tired. I'm like, all that stuff is fire. Yes, it's like so. The advice I would give to like a startup that wants to come in and like and do what I do, I feel like be very intentional about what you want from the industry and know like where you see yourself. Because I feel like you even when you do get it, you'll get there and it's like because it's everything but doing hair, and I feel like it can become very taxing. So just make sure you're in it for the right reasons, and know you have to love it. It has to be a passion. Because, like something has to keep you going. You know, besides the money and besides the traveling and the perks that come with it, something has to keep you going to make you last. Because like the human part of it will get very tricky. Like, okay, what is happening here? But it has nothing to do with you. So I feel like just like know what you want, but I feel like something that's like tactical that they can like actually do is I say like start assisting the person work that you like, or start like. But now we're in an age where you can like buy online seminars. Like I feel like just educate yourself, like practice, like of course like do test shoots, shoot your own stuff, like network across. Like if you have a photographer friend that's like he's really cool. Like I feel like people always think like, oh, I have to like go above to like network. No, look to the side of you and see who's there on the up and coming. Because like people are not always going to be assistants. They're not always going to be like in the corner like doing the trash. Like even with me now, like I assisted, and there's people that I knew when I was an assistant that we all are like growing together. Or even when they like, oh my God, Dhairius, like I remember when you first came in, like your career just like I can't believe this. Like this is crazy. Like but it's like so people grow and they change into these like these titans in the industry. So I feel like always network across. And that's how you build those relationships. Like if you want to like do test shoots and things like that, network across and like shoot that way. And I feel like know what you want from the industry, because like you're going to get there if you're that persistent. But just make sure you know why you want to be there, because you might be surprised when you get there.
Yeah, there's a difference between what you envisioned and the reality. And I think, people have to be ready for the reality, because it's not all glamorous. It's not all glamorous. It may always be amazing, but it's not always glamorous.
Yeah, our job is to make it glamorous. So
yeah.
Yes.
I love that. And last question, which is, I can imagine there must be many, many things happening at the moment, and things must be really busy. So, what is next for you? What's next on your list of things to do?
What's next for me? I'm stepping into more branding and education. I recently moved to LA, so I've been here for a year now. I'm from New York. My name still says Dhairius NYC. So I go back and forth between like New York and LA, but I'm based in LA now. So I came here to like grow my career. So what's next for me is I'm expanding. I'm expanding and I'm stepping into more of a bigger store. But when it comes to like there's products being involved, there's things being launched. So like product branding, texture ponies, things like that, like treats. I have treats for the girls coming. Just to make it more of a convenience, and like and I wanna my goal is to have like not just passive income, but I wanna have something that you can that's tangible from like my brand and what I believe in as far as like hair. So I'm creating some things. Things I already have like I already previewed them, but you don't know that you're looking at them already. I'm just testing out like the responses. But some of the things are right in your face on my page already. So I'm just launching. There's a lot of launching happening that I'm planning for. When it comes to like Dhairius the brand, and they say Dhairius, but when it comes to Dhairius the brand, and, I'm just expanding more enough. Like there is a space for fresh new talent, or like even like when it comes to like not just black hair or texture hair, but like I know this. I can do this hair with my eyes closed, and I'm like, there's room for, and it won't be just me selling anything. It's like something something I believe in. So I feel like I'm not just gonna sell you anything and slap my name on it. It's something that I really like to take my time with, and I have taken my time with, that I can see the girls, having fun with. So what's next for me is branding, products, expansion, more. You'll see my name, logos, things like that. Like where it's like, okay, that's Dhairius. I got your ponytail. I got this, things like that. I want to be more of product than a name, the product than a person. So I'm expanding.
Okay, no, I love to hear all of that, because I feel like, especially with stylists, there's so many things that you are behind the scenes seeing, so many things that I imagine you could say, I could do that better. Well, I know that can be done in a better way. So what I love is seeing stylists going into that product development, like you say, that brand, they're creating things that make the industry better, because you're in it so much, you should be a part of that product development.
Yes, and even be in the face of like shoot like bigger brands. I feel like a with me, like not saying I'm tired of like I'm not tired of collaborating with brands, but I feel like I like brands that kind of like it's not scared to put the behind the scenes person in front, or put like put their hands in front and give them a voice. I feel like I'm more interested in like being the face of whatever brand I work with. So it's about like signing like more contracts. Like this year, I signed my first L'Oreal contract, and it's something I always manifested for myself. So I am a L'Oreal partner, honey. So I signed that contract. So my goal is to like for next year to like re-sign and to like maybe to expand or sign like something bigger or bigger, you know, like to stay in that realm. I want brands to trust me more, and I want to be a face you see on like CBS or like NBC, like you know, or a talk show talking about like I feel like this is great. I love what we're doing here, but I feel like there is a bigger platform for what we're talking. What we're like, you know, these conversations should be like elevated because they're very important. I feel like just speaking more to like what I believe in as far as like hair, black hair, and the progression of it and the history of it and where I think it's going, and how crucial we are to the industry, and how, no matter how much they try to hide us, and you know how you know what we do is cool, but like you know hire the cool people to do the cool work. So I don't know, like what's next to me. You'll see more of me everywhere. I'm not gonna stop no time soon. Hey, when I get to London, I'll definitely give you a visit.
Yes, please, please. I love it when people come to visit in London because there's so much to do here. And, you know, your face needs to be here as well as over there. So, so I mean, it's been amazing speaking to you, Dhairius. Thank you so, so much for sharing like everything from your story through to, you know, your most meaningful moments and, you know, all of the advice for the stylists and potential customers that are listening to this episode. It's been really wonderful hearing everything that you've had to say. So, you know, we're just super grateful to have had you.
Yeah, will this be out before October 1st?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I'm teaching my first Look and Learn class in Las Vegas. So that's coming up. I'm teaching my very first Look and Learn class in Las Vegas with Bellamy at the Bellamy Showcase on October 1st. It's a 2-hour course, jam-packed with like tips and tricks. And I'm going over all my iconic looks, just showing like salon stylists how to like make their girls feel like celebrity and how to like tackle these like editorial styles without being so conventional and kind of like breaking free of all that stuff you've been taught in school and like just going for the gut and the art of hair. So it's like this is my first course in Las Vegas, so I feel like what way to do it, and you know, this is the way to do it. Something big in Las Vegas, like you know. So I'm excited for that. October 1st. Get your tickets. The link is in my bio. So guys, check it out. If you want to learn from me, we're doing it big.
We'll add the link to that in the newsletter as well for anybody who is curious and wants to take a look and book. You know, that's a once. There are things that might only come around once. Don't wait for the second class. Go and like I'm a very big believer in just if you see it and you want to book it.
I agree.
So no, thank you for sharing that with us as well. That's like a massive win for our community to be able to have access to potentially learning from you. So again, thank you so much, Dhairius. It's been like really lovely speaking to you.
Thank you for having me.
No, it's fine. And for everybody who's been listening all the way through and has made it to the end, thank you. Because, you know, you're the reason that we have these conversations as well. And we will add, like I said, links to everything that Dhairius has recommended, links to his website, his course, his Instagram, so that you can follow him and get in touch and also like keep up to date with all the amazing things that he's doing too. So
that's the new one. I like this one.
Oh yeah, I'm a fan of that one.
Right.
But again, a huge thank you, Dhairius, and thank you to everyone who's listening, and we will see you on the next episode.
Thank you.